I don't know what part it is, but we're back in the workshop. I don't know why I'm looking over there. There's fucking nothing over there. Next part, people. Here we go, we've got a Monday morning in the workshop. I'm always happy with a Monday morning in the workshop because it means I'm not dealing with real people. Lovely, this is my happy place. Welcome back to the show, everyone. This is the last part of the Charlie Starr Telecaster build. My name's Paul, this is Milo Studios. We let the odd bit of bad language go. If you don't like it, vote with your feet, see you later, that's fine. Don't complain in the comment section, I don't care. I've got to say that in every video because someone always has a whinge, don't they? If you think that's offensive, you should see me naked. Right, here's the telly. This is the carve. Before you saw the results of the carve in the last video, I cut away. That was a bit crafty, sorry. I'm trying to get you to come back. So my carve, I'm happy with it. I've sent pictures to the client, he's happy with it. The layout and the scale is exactly the same as Charlie's. The type of carve I've got is a little bit thicker. Carving, I was going to say carving guitars, carving anything is really, really fucking hard. I'm leaving that F-bomb in. It's really hard. I was massively surprised. This thing is shit. I was watching videos on how to sharpen carving chisels, trying it all. It's just crap. And the reason it's crap is because of the type of grainy minging oak that I'm trying to carve as well. Very difficult. I did it all with a Dremel. Between you and me, I said I'd leave the cock-ups in, and I did technically in the last video, because all the carving you saw in the last video, I sanded off again. This top, I put this top on thicker than I needed it to be, on purpose, because I knew if I made a cock-up, I'd probably have a couple of attempts, whack it through the thicknesser, and away we go, which I did once, and I recarved it again with big D Dremel, and yeah, it's like a gnarlier version, but the overall look is really cool. Charlie's guitar is very yellowy. I'm going to try and achieve that with a true oil. So in this video, I'm going to shape the back of my neck, carve that down, get that all looking nice. Everyone always asks for the jig video, all the time, the neck one. Below this video, I've linked the 2 videos that I watched loads of times to compile that thing. So Jeff from Home Built Workshop made one of them, and there's another guy who made the original. That video is a bit of a slow one, but it's very, very informative. I'm very, very grateful for that video. It's brilliant. If you do make that jig, bear in mind, you can carve a neck in 20 minutes, you can fuck it in 21. You have been warned. Do not go too far. I've got some lovely straight grain on this maple, so I'm thinking that's going to be very different carving than this gnarly old tree bag. But it does look cool. Like I said before, this oak is very gnarly. I've got there's like splits, pits, minging bits. That gives it balls of steel. Lots of tonal changes, which helps blend in the cap. I'm really happy with this body. I think that does look awesome. Before I go on the neck jig, I'm just going to get some true oil on this body so you can see what sort of colour change it's going to get. Because it's going to need a few coats. Ah, straight away, look, straight away. We are getting more towards the colour we want. Because true oil's got that amber tint, it's going to get us much closer to what Charlie's looks like. I don't ever want to stain a body like this, because as soon as you've got to sand it or do anything, that colour's going to go, you're going to burn into it. But this oil is just gives it enough of an amber tint, and I'm hoping it's going to do the same for the neck. First coat's going to be very liberal, because I want it to get in all of the carved parts. Now sometimes you'll find you'll give it one coat of oil and it will highlight all the places that you need to sand again, because even with the best of intentions, things get missed with the sandpaper. I've given this a fair bit of time, but I can already see a couple little spots, so I'm just going to get one coat on. So a couple of dings and dents on the back of this guitar, so that's going to need resanding, that's fine. But actually, I love that. I procrastinated about this guitar so much because who the hell's carved an oak guitar before? Hands up, not me. But now I've done that, that is looking pretty awesome. I'm going to send the client a picture of that with a bit of oil on it. It's going to get more and more yellow because I'm going to get probably about 6 or 7 coats of this true oil on. But for now I'm going to hang that up. It's looking pretty awesome. It's a weird one, isn't it? It's weird. It's a time here. 10:15 on a Monday morning. You can't beat it. What's everyone having for lunch today? Comment below, healthy or unhealthy. Be honest. Are you being good to yourself? I'm actually running the London Marathon in April this year. There's a link below from a GoFundMe fundraising page. It's down there in the blurb. You can get a t-shirt, you can use an affiliate link, you can do any of that you want. We've raised thousands, and if you've donated, massive thank you. It's difficult to keep up to date with the thank yous because I'll look every now and again and there's a shitload more on there. You're all remarkable and it blows me away every time I see it. Thank you very much. Let's get over to the neck jig because everyone likes to see a neck being shaped, don't they? Woo! It's like the fascinating part, the final frontier. See you in a minute. Well, there we have it. I did a bit of a speed through. Next build series, the SG River, beautiful thing, the Burl Top River SG. One of the videos will be all on carving and shaping the neck. I'll just do the whole video on that. I'm trying to figure out what to leave out of some builds and what to put in other builds because I don't want it to be the same every time. So here is my neck. Super. I've gone for a thin profile. This is like, it's not Ibanez size, but it's a very shallow C, and it's the neck's actually pretty parallel all the way up. It's a profile that I've been enjoying. I'm going to round up these edges and I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to get this sanded now off screen because you don't want to be watching that, and then we'll come back in a second, which will be instant for you. Still got to get my noggin round that, and we'll just do this little carve here. I'm going to draw that on from using my phone as a reference, but we'll do that slowly. I'll probably carve it beyond. We'll use so you can see me using that crock of shit that I bought. And apart from that, we're ready to get some finish on this guitar and put it together. That is going to be exciting. And I've got a bit of Trey Shreddings going on the telly today, one of my favourite YouTube channels. He makes me sick because he can play guitar better than I ever feckin' will. So this guitar is actually looking rather cool. It's very rare that I can't picture what something's going to look like when I've done it, because normally it's just I've done that many. I know. This is an unusual one, to say the least. This neck, people throw around the term wizard neck, and they are talking about Ibanez necks, very slim. This thing is the skinniest neck known to man. It is woo lightning. My Christmas caster neck, which has been stripped down to be used on another guitar, is an absolute wallop of a baseball bat. That feels much nicer, I've got to say, a bit of a convert. Perhaps if I make necks this thin, I'll be able to shred like Trey. Probably fucking not, but we'll give it a go. Right, so we can put that aside. The first thing I've got to do is I've got to do some of these carvy bits on my headstock. Well, I actually like to use tape for my cavities. I didn't think I'd be saying that this morning, but I'm going to use the black conductive shielding paint from Rustin's, even though it's a messy twat. It's going to darken out my cavities and it's going to make them look a bit prettier. So that's what I'm doing. Obviously, I can't shield the inside of a semi-hollow guitar. It's not how it works. So in the interest of you not watching paint dry, I'll speed this little bit up, shall I? That's a very choppy bit of filming today, isn't it? I've got to knock in me ferrules. Now, I've cut these holes so they're not particularly tight. They're not too tight. But I am going to, so I can almost press that in. You can't make the mistake of doing these too tight and then you end up splitting headstocks. And ironically, that's a mistake I haven't made myself yet, but never say never. Because I do like to make a fuck up and rush. I'm going to use my rear ferrule doofer and I'm just going to pop him in. Happy with that. Simple little job. My carving is not amazing. People who carve wood have got skills that I do not possess. I've had a go. Overall, the guitar is going to look very cool, definitely. I actually made this neck super skinny because I fancied making a skinny one, and I've just watched another Charlie video, because there's shitloads, and the neck on Haggis is actually very skinny. So there you go, that's a win. I've actually got something right, period correct. It's a rarity, complete accident. These are Wilkinson tuners. Fender do some that are very similar. They do road worn ones. I think they're about 40 quid. These are 25 quid. I have found no discernible difference between the two. I'm not a fan of Wilkinson humbuckers and pickups. I'll get that out there. I'm not a fan of them. Their tuners are arguably the best option on the market anywhere. They are super consistent. I've never had a bad set. The price is phenomenal. Now, subconsciously, I'm on the fence because I'm kind of allowing this I'm kind of allowing this neck to get a little bit grubby as I'm working on it. Normally, I'll be scrubbing my hands in between, wipes and all the rest of it. But Charlie's guitar is pretty aged and minging, so I am gonna just get a little bit of grub on it. Not a lot. Like, we've got some marks on the headstock. I'm just gonna leave it all on there. I'm just gonna let that all sit in and stay there because it's going to look a little bit more authentic. I'm shit at relicking. It's a dark art. It is a dark art. Something that I'll do more of in the future, off camera. It's just grubbying it up. It's very subtle. I love the fact that Leo Fender designed all this so that when your neck got ruined, you could put it in the bin and get another one. But now we all like the look of a worn maple neck. It's such a thin finish, of course, you can always sand it off. Anyway, I'm digressinating. That is the neck ready to go. We've got our carve, we've got our tuners. These waffle back tuners, sometimes if you're using different templates and aftermarket tuners, spacings are all a little bit different. These waffly bastards, sometimes you just got to file a little edge off just because they're a little bit tight. I had a little bit of fettling to do on this one, not a lot to be honest. But I'm happy with that. That neck is looking a bit more authenticated. Need to give the frets a good polish before we finish up. But for the minute, that's going aside. Right, we're shielded. I'm going to get some pickups in. Bit of black sponge as always. As with all my custom builds, I'm using Warman pickups. This is a Warman P90. It's a hot little bastard. Love it. If you haven't tried Warman out, there's a link down below. It's not an affiliate link. I've tried everything. Your Tone Riders, your Seymour Duncans, every type of pickup imaginable, just like most of you have. I always come back to Warman because they're just up there. And we're ready for a bit of wiring, which is riveting as well. Fucking, are you still with me on this video? I wouldn't be.
motherfucker. Hit the spot.
Wow, I've got to film an outro for this guitar. It's been a weird build, this one, a weird build. I'm grateful for a few things. I've built something that I never would have thought about building. It's absolutely bonkers. It's pretty close to Charlie's guitar. Let's put this one here and we'll put Charlie's here. It's not bad, it's not bad. I do say to people, to copy people's guitars is very difficult. To copy that was absolutely bonkers. I made some interesting choices. We've got a grainier top. He didn't actually get the engraving done. I didn't realise. The previous owner of Haggis did. I didn't know that. I've learned as I've gone through. There's so many videos, you can take it all in, you can miss loads of bits. It's absolutely bonkers. This is gonna get posted out now. I hope you enjoyed the demo. It was short and sweet. It's been a really cool build. I'm happy with how it's turned out. The biggest revelation to me is the Warman P90 and the lipstick pickup, because the lipstick pickup's hotter than I thought. It's like it's a warmer telly neck pickup, which works beautifully, and that thing's like an absolute animal. Love it. And when you go in between the two, it kind of goes into telly twangy mode. I'm really surprised by the sounds this thing makes. It's lovely. I really like it. I hope you've enjoyed the series. Next series coming up next week is the SG build. Yeah, the SG build starts next week. Beautiful guitar, beautiful woods, no carving, nothing to procrastinate about, but I am building the neck a little bit differently. I don't do a lot of Gibson guitar styles. It's an avenue I've got to learn. Come and learn with me. We'll have a laugh. I'll see you next week. I'm fucking waffling. See ya.